Welcome to my studio. My name is Barbara and I am a mixed media artist. This means I enjoy creating on any kind of substrate. Doesn't have to be a canvas. It can be MDF board, cupboard doors, tile art, raw sticks I find outside. And I love to use a whole manner of ingredients on my things that I do. And that includes not just your basics like acrylic paints, oils, pastels, whatnot, but I like to introduce tissue papers, string, gauze, doilies, anything that sort of moves me at the moment to place it onto the canvas or whatever I'm working on. Something else I would like to share with you today is Muse Mania. And I don't know if this is something that any of you have gone through, but this is when the muse, the inner voice, the soul space, whatever we want to call it, sort of comes knocking at our door. We answer, and he is in. When this happens, I cannot stop creating. And it's a little bit different than my other times when I decide, okay, I'm going to paint or create something, and I go ahead and I do that. This is more like a huge push, a strong focus, a drive to get a certain amount done of whatever that might be, but in either a theme or a color that seems to be grabbing me at the moment. And this here was my last Muse Mania. So I did this painting, and then within a short while I did this one, and if I just turn it a little bit, we have these ones also. Now, the thing I want to say about Muse Mania is oftentimes we can become fearful when we create too much. And I know I've talked to some artist friends and we kind of laugh together and we just go, my God, like what are we going to do with all this? Like what am I going to do with 6 paintings in blue, green, and Naples yellow that has appealed to me so strongly at this point of time? Or I went through a cycle a little while ago where I did about 8 very large ocean paintings. I love every one of them. I am so thankful that I just kept going, even though by about the 4th, that little doubt comes in. It's like, oh my gosh, I should maybe be painting something else. Where am I going to store these all? No. My advice is when the muse comes to call, drives you crazy with excitement and wanting to get all this painting done, be whatever it is for you, I would follow that instinct, because as sure as he comes, one day he won't. And I personally have gone through some very prolific times like this, been so thankful, and like when I did my ocean paintings, it's been 9 months since I have even felt like I want to do that sort of painting again. So when we're in the mood for it, I would like to stress perhaps we should listen to it. Now, one of the benefits of being prolific is that we build ourselves up a very nice inventory. And if you are like myself who shows in galleries and art shows and markets, I don't ever want to be caught painting for something. It puts too much pressure on us to have to do that. Then we're scrounging to find some streak of creativity of doing something that we absolutely love so that we can then put it in tomorrow's show. This way you create when the mood comes to you, you put it all down on canvas or whatever you're doing, and then you have lots of pieces of works to use in the next year or two. One of the other benefits of following through on a Muse Mania is that not only emotionally am I pulled to the same ambience and mood, so these are not all identical, of course. You know, they're varying scenes, but they were all done within the same week or two. And what happens is what I'm feeling at the time goes into the canvas and stays there, so that even if I don't finish it within 5 or 6 months, when I come back to it, that emotion is embedded in my work. And for me, that works. The other thing I love about continuing on when I get a streak of this madness is that mechanically and technically, I stay in the same rhythm of whatever I'm doing at the time. Now, all of these paintings were done with me using, yes, a paintbrush, but also my hands. I paint a lot of these with my hands. And that means when I'm in this groove, I know the sweeping motion, the exact pressure of which color to mix with what. And it makes for a very, very consistent flow for me, mind-wise and mechanically. So I guess I would just like to encourage you to find whatever your passion is at the time, follow through on it, don't let fear pull you back, and just create and love every color that you seem to want to be working with at the time. So thank you for coming to my studio. I'm going to try to put together a few little videos of smaller projects, some techniques to show. So I'll be looking to see you in the future. And when we get back to workshops, of course, we're all going to be gathering here again. All the best to you. Thank you.